Nothing charms the senses quite the same as those first few moments off the plane in Phnom Penh. The warm air and carousel of smells await, unchanged by time, like an old friend you haven't seen in years. And just like my first time here 13 years ago, this time is no different. One deep breath and I know, yep, I'm here. It's been about 6 years since my last visit, and since I've seen my friend Lee, who is the director of Hope Cambodia. I find that Lee is as sweet and spirited as the last time I saw her. And while there's still some familiarity to the landscape, I can see that a lot has changed over the years with Cambodia as a nation.
Yes, but this is only Pusat. Different colors.
Phra province was until recently the poorest region in Cambodia. In 2004, nearly half of its people were living on $1 a day or less. Through efforts by organizations like Hope International Development Agency, by 2013, the poverty rate had decreased by nearly 15%, contributing to an increase in economic growth and commerce. Lee has arranged for me to visit a few families who have benefited from Hope's programs. This is San Sim, her husband Sok, their oldest daughter, and their niece. This is their home. And this structure, which has had the thatched walls removed, used to be their home. It's now used for the chickens. Their land is fertile. Vegetables, legumes, and fruits abound.
So here in this part of the land are all green bean. You can see between each row the green bean they have oranges. See?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Oranges.
So they only started planting the orange trees after they got the well.
The well.
Hope provided this well a little over 2 years ago. The cascading effect it's had on improving their lives is clear. They're saving money, expanding their property, employing workers, and providing their children with an education at a nearby school Hope helped build.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow, good job.
With their 2 youngest children finished with school for the day, we say goodbye. It's clear how big an impact a well can have on a family and the community. But there's so many more facets to sustainable development. Lee is eager to show me a project that Hope Cambodia and its partners have been working on: dry season rice. In Cambodia, rice is the primary means of sustenance and income. Most of the rainfall here occurs between July and October, and it's when rice has traditionally been planted and grown. This one crop of rice must last the year until the next season's harvest. It's risky business. One unfortunate act of God could wipe out a year's crop, leaving families without a stable food supply or means to make a living. Before 2005, this was the situation for all rice farmers. Then came along the development of a strain of rice that could grow in the dry season, allowing for multiple crops to be grown in a year. These people are rice farmers, right? This is their background. So farming once a year left them vulnerable, right?
Yeah.
And now, because they can do this several times a year, they aren't left vulnerable anymore. They don't have to rely on just the rainy season. If the rainy season goes bad, they have at least 2 crops. Yeah. That's just, it's amazing to see just how they can change their life with this off-season rice where they never thought they could, grow before, right? But there are obstacles to growing rice year-round. It takes resources, know-how, and land that has access to water. This is where hope comes in, providing seeds, irrigation equipment, technical training, and the means for farmers to process their harvested rice through community-owned rice mills.
Over there is the community rice mill that the group of farmers who participated in the dry season rice. After harvesting, they took the rice here to mill.
Wow, so many huge bags of rice here waiting to be milled, huh? This is the mill over here, right? The dog is loving the bran, I see. For some, it starts with water. For others, it may be seeds. It could be a water buffalo, or a cow, or a school for their children to attend. These are all keys that unlock the door to progress and self-reliance. Around me are people whose lives have been changed, and not just temporarily. Yet there's a nagging twinge nudging its way into the warmth of the progress I've seen. It's the cold reminder that there's more to be done. This family of 8 lives together in this small thatched bungalow. The matriarch lost her husband 4 years ago, and they're barely getting by. They grow rice on a nearby plot of land during the wet season, but often heavy rains or an unexpected dry spell ruins the crop. The children aren't in school. Health is poor, and they're stuck in a cycle of debt and working any jobs they can find. A simple irrigation system and access to dry season rice seeds would provide the autonomy and relief that this family so desperately needs. I really look forward to getting the support this family needs so I can come back in a couple of years and see what the difference is. I don't know if this is a right question to ask, but like, what do they see for themselves in the future?
She said that in the future, if we can grow like dry season rice, I'm sure the life of my family will be better.
Absolutely. I'm never quite prepared for the impact visits like these have on me. It reminds me that here, I don't have to go far to see families that are still trapped in a cycle of poverty and need our help. But I'm left with a sense of hope. Cambodia has come a long way in a short time. Its landscape as charismatic and inviting as its people. I'll be back soon, and I expect to meet even more families who have risen.